This is Old Man PHP. I create PHP videos tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. Now this is video number 28. I want to talk a little bit more about the HTML special characters function that converts some predefined characters to the HTML entities. It will be something like ampersand, where is it? Ampersand would be something like amp, like that. Double quotes would be something like single quotes would be dollar, ampersand, 039. The greater than would be something like LT, guess, less than. And then this one will be something like GT, like that. So like for instance, if I have something like $str, remember? This is some, let's put this in B for bold, B-O-D, close the B. That will be for bold text. Then you would say, I want you to echo HTML special characters $str $str, close the old bracket. The output of the code can and will be viewed by going to the view. We could do this in a second. Let's see. Let's see. PHP. It put the bold there because I told it. And that will be your Wait a minute. Character set. So when you go look, let's say we went to view. I'm not showing you right now. And then you go to view source. See how it put the $LT and the GT and the B for bold. See how it did that? The result shows the proper translation of HTML. That's kind of what that did. So if this is why you saw it like this. But deep in between, right, this is the view source where you can see the HTML stuff. It gives it to you like that. So this is what it looks like. You understand? So again, the ampersand, the double quotes, the single quotes, the less than and the greater than, that's the HTML entities. Now when you do the sanitizing and the validation, you're gonna be able to take those things out or replace it with more of what you see here, because it's actually going in as the actual entity. You understand? And it won't kill your system if you have to transfer or copy something over to the form. So that's what that is. This is why you see it. But if you took that same, what is it? What should we call this? let's go back. Let's go to view. Let's go to development, view source. I just want to copy it. Where is it? Is it right here? There you go. Actually, I can copy this whole thing. And put it over here. So if I did this, you know, put it in like this. Wait a minute, how did that happen? What the hell? You saw that I copied it, didn't I? View, let's see. Let's go to view source. I'm going to copy this. So what is it that I was always Control C? Let's see if it does it. Okay, it did. So we're going to take it, put it in here. That way it shows green, okay? And then instead of doing this, right, we're going to use something called the decode. I showed you that before, briefly in some video. So if you kind of did this, and you copy, let's get this out. You run this, boom, it'll fix it up for you. But as if you go to view, see, it put it in the right, how you would have it. No entities. When you're transferring stuff to like another server, there you want, and the data you want to go to the HTML special characters like how we had it before. So that way it'll do this over here, get it? So that when you look at it like that, still it's going to show like that, but you'll see it. You don't have to, but if you once you get to the other end, then you decode it and then get the right. You will see that as we go along. So the HTML output of the code will, will be viewed by using the view, and then the development, and of course you go to the view source, and that's what shows you what HTML looks like. It tells you what this looks like. You could do that with every time. Every time it's like a program, you can see intricate stuff. The only thing you won't be able to see is this stuff. This stuff you're not seeing. If you notice, you're only seeing this, but you're not seeing this stuff. You're not seeing these commands. All PHP stuff works on the server side, so you can't see them. Only the Java side stuff that runs on the front end, you can see. You can see what JavaScript is doing and all that. But in the PHP world, it's back end, you can't see anything. That's the same thing with ASP with Microsoft. Same idea. So, this gives you the proper translation, right? And that's what you want when you're writing, when you're creating HTML tags. There's a tag, right, that strips those tags functions. Kind of works like the HTTP special characters, but it strips from the strings. It'll do it from the HTML, the XML, the PHP tags. It kind of strips them away. So the way to do that is that if you kind of did, let's see, can we keep the, yeah, what the hell we doing? Yeah, we can keep that. And then we just say bold like that. And then we go here, and then we get rid of that. And then say close B. Let's see, this is some bold text. You don't need this, definitely. All right, this was, remember the entities you have semicolons right in the word, right in the entity word. So let's see, we saved this, we got the entity. Now I'm going to strip let's take this out, right? And let's put it in another directory. We'll call it user. Why did I call user text? How about that? User text equals to, and then we're going to say strip underscore tags, just keeping it real, man. And then that goes in there, and now we want to see it, so we'll echo it $str see, this will do the, let's see, ba 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 lo lo le. You know something, why don't we just do let's see, let's take this out for a sec. Maybe we should put this on top so we could see it, and do echo br like that. Let's see. Okay, you got the echo, and it's stripped. Let's see. Let's see if it actually. Oh no. Oh. There you go. See how I stripped it out? It took it out. So if I went like this to development, view source, should have jumped on the first. See how it did that? It gave me the first one because that's what we wanted. See right here, right? And then I should have jumped down one with this. Okay, shows us the blind break. Then see the ball right here, took it out. That's why it looks normal. That's pretty cool, right? Then if you did it like, let's go to another, let's take this out, let's put one over here. Let's choose that other thing again. Let's take this, put it here. And I want to do the HTML special again. But this one, oh no, sorry, I take that back. This one is the entity. There's another thing called entity. So if we want to, we could say, what is it? Length? There it goes. Boom. Then what you do is you say, this user, let's put it in there. And then let's say, then you're going to have these keywords that are in. Make sure it's in uppercase, Q, O, T, quotes, and you're telling it that it's CTF. That's what we're using. Gold. Let me see. That's what yes we did. This one says user text encoded. Well, you know, it's not gonna bother because we're doing the. Let's see. And there you go. That also does the job. So if you went here, see, also does the job. See, this more than one way of doing things. If you took, let's say if you did you took this out, like this. Okay, what happened here? It says here undefined variable text 22. Where is it? Oh, all right. Let's just move this. You know something? Who cares? Well, let's do. Let's make this into. Just take this out, right? Let's put it over here. Also add it in here because we're going to use it in a second. You can take this out, we don't need it. Okay. 16. Oh. Okay, you bold, see how I did that? Yeah, I can put it right back. So if you go look, where is it? See? Put it right back. So this is another way of doing it, of putting those things back into, see, it says it right there, HTML entities, which is kind of, so many different ways of doing it. But if you went like this, boom, it took it out. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this one. And let's start a new one. This is my reg view. And there you go. That's it. You're going through the whole. So when you're doing like the sanitizing and the validation, you're gonna want to go through the stripped tags. You're gonna, first of all, you're gonna want to make sure that your form is not empty. Then you want to, once it's read in, you want to make sure that you got at least two, that the submit button was pressed, that it wasn't some kind of robot, right? And then you also want to put a hidden entity in the hidden input statement inside the form, something that we don't see because you put type hidden, right? And it'll have a name that you're going to use. So when you go into checking it, right, you're going to say, oh, is this there? And he's going to, if it finds it under an array, because remember the forms, everything that you submit will go into an array, even the stuff that's hidden. So when it goes look, it's, oh yeah, this is good. See, that's another form of validating. You gotta be sure. It's all security thing. Every time you write and stuff, gotta think about the security. And then once you do that, then you check for emptiness. Then you check if you got any special characters. If you want to get rid of, in some cases, you want to get rid of some of the entities, these HTML stuff entities. And then you want to check for well, a lot of different things. Then you're going to go to the preg match because you want to see that all the patterns have been, that everything is according to the patterns. Then you keep going on and on until you get to the part where it is able to copy your information to a database. And even with that, you're going to use certain things to do that, like the prepare statement that you're going to use. That's kind of like the last defense. Then you also want to do too is that when you're reading data from a database, that you do this process too. Take out anything, check for this, check for that before it hits the screen. It's crazy, especially when you're creating plugins for like the WordPress world, which I did. It was fantastic stuff for the form. That way, somebody does, how somebody sends a form and then that little box, you put a comment in there. Oh, I need a website done. But instead of, you want good stuff in there. But if people start saying things like bad words, like you are F, you are P, you are, whatever it is, because I don't want to say anything. I want YouTube to cancel me. So what I did was I created something that when it checks for that, it also checks for those kind of things. So that's a big, just doing the security part of it, when you're reading a form it's huge. And I created something too that I can always use in different forms, which is fantastic. And I will probably show you that. It depends on if I got, yeah, maybe I will show you what the real security looks like and how it's broken down. But that will be towards the end after you have learned all these basic stuff and advanced PHP stuff. Well, we reached the end, and if you enjoyed this video and you learned about the HTML special characters and the decoded special characters and the strip tags, then just leave, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, because this really helps grow my channel. And next video, we'll talk more about the namespace. Remember, we talked a little bit about it because I wanted to get you to at least understand like that basic stuff that we did. Now I'm gonna add just a little extra stuff so that way you can understand what the namespace is and how it helps you. Anyway, until next time, a good night.